Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? It's Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube. Casey Poe has just committed to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Big pickup on July 12th. It's been a busy month of recruiting for the Crimson Tide. As you know, they recently just added 3 commitments, 2 to the class of 2024. We'll talk about those in just a second. But in terms of Casey Poe, 6'5", 300 pounds or close to that, out of the state of Texas. It's been a big pickup for Eric Wolford. You look to what Wolford has done since he arrived at Alabama from Kentucky. He's really added on quality offensive linemen, and that's something that Alabama has really wanted to emphasize, is having offensive linemen that are A, athletic, but B, also have some really good size to them. I think when you look to Casey Poe, he fits and checks all those boxes that Alabama wants to have as an offensive lineman. And overall, this class is really starting to come together. When you look to the prospect rankings and you can see where Alabama right now is in 4th across the nation, I don't think it's necessarily a big deal or time to freak out. You have Georgia, Ohio State, Florida up in the rankings, but Alabama is certainly going to get all the pieces that they need to this really dynamic class that is shaking out very well. And I think that when you look to this class, you got to look to the headliners of this class who are helping land these prospects. And I think anytime you have Julian Sain do what he just did with the Elite 11 out in California, I mean, it's really impressive. And he's the headliner of this class, and he's helping those guys come to Alabama. You also have Jalen Mbakwe. Doesn't hurt to have those 2 5-stars. And overall, adding Zabian Brown recently out of California, out of Mater Dei, same high school that Bryce Young played at. And as you saw, Alabama went across the Atlantic to land Justin Okoronkwo out of Germany, right? So this class is really coming together nicely. But in terms of what Alabama is getting today from Casey Poe, you're getting a very athletic lineman that can play on the outside. I think he's athletic enough, depending on where he goes, to maybe swapping over to guard. But I guess it's still too early to tell on what he's specifically going to do. All I know is that Eric Wolford has just been a fantastic addition to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Big pickup today for your Alabama Crimson Tide. Coming to you from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube.